I make my home where the falcon flies, where the sea and the shore meet the sky, where the labyrinth winds, nestled in the pines. It's there my heart does lie. Falconhenge, this place is known. Circles of trees, the sea below. A place yet more, a plan as well, to guide us on our journey as we roam. Labyrinth turns, labyrinth winds, going nowhere again and again. Follow the path to your deepest desire, only to end where you began. Then from the fields, a path down to the sea, to the rocky shore far below. There I gaze up high to the cliffs above, and wait for the bird to come back home. And after some time, on a craggy limb, above the roosting gulls so high, something catches my eye. A movement gives her away, and with a start, the peregrine flies. Peregrine turns, peregrine winds, going nowhere, flies again. Follow the winds through the passing of time, only to end where she began. In time the trees will grow so high, the ocean view obscured by them. Still like that bird drawn to its nest, the labyrinth calls and pulls us in. And the day will come when I'm not the one, and a new bird wings in on the breeze. That's when the plan will be revealed. Circle of life, circle of trees. Labyrinth turns, labyrinth winds, going nowhere again and again. Follow the path to your deepest desire, only to end where you began. Where you began.
As above, so below. Catching a ride on imagined thermals, I look up and then down. Memory does not keep the dead alive, but the labyrinth might. Sinking into spongy earth along a winding path, among the stars, flowering stars. Merlins shake the trees at daybreak. A beam of light, murmuring voices, the first tent flap unzipping. We walk the labyrinth with happy words, and by the third morning, silence. The henge itself is a meditation. A sudden streak of gray. Great blue heron slips low through morning mist, above the wooden arch, through the tall pines and the bay beyond. Evening she returns, so close above us as the band plays and the neighbors revel, a cascade of laughter and song gifted us by the keepers of the henge, planted deep in the heart space of this land. The sky turns pink behind us, then she is gone. Following the labyrinth's outer ring, I find my tree, white ash, planted at the winter solstice. It carries me back home to the drifting snow where we sing and laugh and stomp our feet in the pagan firelight of that shortest day. I circle back in darkness. And the song that called me here takes shape in the high summer sun. A young black cherry whose rippling leaves speak to me as if I had always known their language. Yes, I see you, with the crystal eye of the falcon, your spirit brother. You merge with the thistle, the bayberry and balsam, the sea of constellations above, the hawks and herons, bears and coyotes. I feel you here in the gathering of pines, a light touch, a beautiful presence.
There's a fisherman sitting alone on the land. His hands are his craft, his boat is his art. A fisherman sitting alone on the land, a hard rock in his heart. There's a silky maid swimming alone in the bay. Her eyes are the seals, her heart is the sea. A silky maid swimming alone in the bay, a pure white seal maiden is she. She comes to the shore and she sheds her sealskin. She dances on sand, dances under the moon. Her hair falls in waves down upon her white skin, and only the seals hear the tune. La-da-dum, da-da-dum, 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 la-dum, da-da-dum, la-da-dum, da-da-dum, la-da-dum, da-da-dum, 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 la-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Well, standing the fisherman takes her sealskin, staking his claim to a wife from the sea. He raises his hand holding up the white skin, says, now you must come home with me. Oh, weeping she goes and still weeping she stays. Her hands are her craft, her babes are her art. A year and a year and a year more she stays, a cold rock in her heart. But what is this hid in the fisherman's bag? It smells like the ocean, it feels like the sea. A bonny white sealskin closed up in the bag, and never a tear more cries she. Goodbye to the house and goodbye to the shore, goodbye to the babes that I never could claim. But never a thought to the man left on shore, for Silky's my nature and name. She puts on the skin and dives back in the sea. The fisherman's cry falls on water-deaf ears. She swims in her sealskin away out to sea, and the fisherman drowns in his tears.
flew to the east, their lives to spend. Up came cliffs and breezes and Falconhenge, the presence and the roar of the waves and the wind spoke, and they listened. Now their eyes ascend to the rustle of leaves as the branches bend, catching the breezes fly over the henge. Their cry it calls out, now beware and befriend. They look down on the labyrinth, the peregrines. Well, the labyrinth below, where souls will blend in the light of the night and constellations, as timeless today as the day it came in. Walk the earth, trace the sky, while hearts do break and blend. Then they're settled in on the rocks by the sea. The snails, they move imperceptibly, and there sits a cabin on sea sandy edge, next to a stream and a rose-hip hedge, where the crux of the matter meets a solemn pledge, sweet as honeysuckle and ragged on the edge. As the lights of our souls crowd the thickets of ages, we prance like the deer as we write out our pages to the rustle of leaves as the branches bend, catching the breezes fly over the henge. Their cry it calls out, now beware and befriend. They look down on the labyrinth, the peregrines. We look down on the labyrinth, we peregrines. We feather the weather, we swoop and descend. We've all landed here at Falconhenge.
Punny Fundy Blues, a song in utero. We sauntered the strand between the tide lines. In the littoral zone we all strolled. I thought up this rhyme on the Fundy shoreline, as I literally walked in the littoral zone. I was liking the lichen that makes the rocks black at the foot of the peregrine cliff. The duckhawks were sulking, or maybe just skulking, but we were enraptured by the camera-shy raptors. At the zone's lowest point, where the waves always lap, it's there that the bladder grows. I went down to the sea, because I needed to pee. Yes, my bladder was racked near the Bladder rocks. Kip built us an outhouse near the Merlin's Nest tree. Its location to us he made privy. Each day started sunny, enthroned in the dunny. It's good to be privy to the Merlin squawk labby. In the henge late at night, near the towel-day tree, I searched for the meteor shower. Seemed I looked the wrong way, so I saw none, but hey, that don't make me, per se, idiotic. Chorus. There's mean in high tide and there's mean low tide, but neither's as mean as the moon, 'cause the baleful glare of that shimmering orb makes me behave like a loon.
Down by the bay, rocks and shells worn by the years, falcons return to their home. Treat this land well, and we may stay a while, make a place for us to call our own. Falcons on the cliff, merlins in the tree, orchids in the field, and we are drawn to the magic of the henge. High above our heads, as we wend our way to the center of the mystery, to the source of the power, to the well. Falcons on the cliff, merlins in the tree, orchids in the field, and we are winding through the magic of the henge. Feet upon the path of the labyrinth as it bends and turns, mid orchids shining in the field. Spirits that we love grow and bloom along the way and hug us with their memories.